Hoping to do away with political instability, Kuwait has elected a new parliament. The opposition is in majority and no significant partisan player is in the scene. Will this new government end the years-long stalemate? We get you the story.
Gridlock, chaos, and instability. These have been the highlights of Kuwait's political system for years now. But the recent election results could sow the seeds of change. Kuwait is among the few countries in West Asia that democratically elect a parliament. Although the ruling family is the de facto leader, which appoints government and can dissolve the assembly at will. The oil-rich nation's seventh general elections in just over a decade has now produced an opposition-led house. This comes after a constitutional court in March annulled the results of 2022 elections and reinstated the previous parliament elected in 2020. However, this parliament was also dissolved by Crown Prince, paving way for the snap polls. In this election, 50 out of 65 legislative seats were up for grabs. Opposition politicians nabbed 29 seats, while 37 lawmakers retained theirs. 12 new members have joined the parliament, and a single woman has been elected to the House, a small but significant victory for the country's regressive social landscape. The newly elected parliament could change the rhythm for Kuwait's polity, as a significant number of neutral lawmakers could shift the balance of power towards the government. 15 members will now be appointed by Kuwait's ruling emir, which ultimately forms a cabinet.
There was no conflict, but there were some past matters that members of parliament wanted to address. There are no fabricated conflicts, but there were some conflicts created by the government, unfortunately. If the government cooperates with the US in the upcoming period, we will extend a helping hand and cooperate with it. And if the government goes back to the way it was, there will be no cooperation.
Experts say the choice of the speaker and the composition of the government will now decide the course Kuwait's parliament will take. Longtime Speaker Marzouk Al-Ghanim and Ahmed Al-Sadoun, who replaced him last year, both have returned to parliament. Sadoun is expected to run again for the post of speaker.
The Kuwaiti people are hoping that the competent candidates and the results of the elections will be coupled with statesmen being picked in the government formation.
The election will hopefully end years of political paralysis. But what is the touted stalemate about? At the heart of political deadlock between the emir's appointed government and elected lawmakers lies the issue of fiscal reforms. This includes passing a debt law that would allow Kuwait to tap international markets and address a heavy dependence on oil. The recent impasse was over a bill that required government to take over the consumer and personal loans of citizens. While the government said that the move would be too expensive, costing almost $46 billion in public funds, lawmakers on the other hand quoted a figure of less than $6.5 billion for the same. Allegations of corruption or mismanagement of funds against ministers have also been a bone of contention. This, coupled with budget deficits and low foreign investment, has created a volatile economic environment. But now it is believed, since Parliament does not have any partisan group with an agenda, a reformist government with individual lawmakers could induce some stability in the system.